Story. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance is denying reports that he plans to host a meeting with top Trump administration officials to discuss strategy for handling the Jeffrey Epstein case.
I saw it reported today, and it's completely fake news. We're not meeting to talk about the Epstein situation, and I think the reporter who reported it needs to get better sources.
Vance's comments come as the Department of Justice has been given until midnight this Friday to address concerns raised by the victims of Jeffrey Epstein and his accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell. So here to discuss further insights into the Trump administration's Epstein case strategy, we've brought in Eric Ham, CTV News political analyst. Eric, good morning.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
Just before that press conference, let's take a step back. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanchard, who serves as Donald Trump's personal attorney, conducted a two-day interview with Ghislaine Maxwell, totaling 9 hours. That was all public. Why was, well, not the meeting wasn't public, but the knowledge of the meeting was public. Why was Trump's personal attorney leading these interviews instead of the career prosecutors who originally dealt with this case?
Well, that's what's so striking, and that's why this is now seen more as political and less legal, because what we're seeing now is Donald Trump's former personal attorney, who is now the Deputy Attorney General for the Department of Justice, is now leading this effort along with the Attorney General herself, Pam Bondi. And given the fact that the career prosecutors who were actually successful in getting a conviction against Ghislaine Maxwell are not leading this effort. And I think it's all, we're seeing a lot of this take place because, again, Donald Trump has come under increasingly heavy fire from within his own base to actually release more, not less, details about not only Maxwell, but of course Epstein. And the reason for this is because we know Donald Trump himself has been pushing this conspiracy theory that Epstein was in fact shielded and protected by Democratic elites. And the fact that the president has been hesitant to release and withhold much of that information has caused tremendous backfire within his own base.
Yeah, adding further context is the fact that Ghislaine Maxwell is also seeking a pardon. Although this reported Trump administration meeting didn't happen, it either wasn't ever planned or it just didn't happen. What insights do we have into the administration's strategy moving forward? How are they planning to manage what has become politically volatile issue for the MAGA movement and one that doesn't seem to be dying down?
Look, if we go all the way back to the Nixon administration, there have been safeguards and rules put in place to ensure that there was independence between the White House and the Justice Department to make sure that there was not the appearance that justice actually had a political bent or was somehow being tainted or impacted by the White House and the political machinations of the White House. What we're seeing now from the fact that even though this meeting did not take place, the vice president did not deny that there was, in fact, a meeting or discussions going on between the Justice Department and the White House over the Epstein case. And so what this speaks to is the fact that there is no longer those safeguards and that the White House is, in fact, using the Justice Department not only as its own legal shield, but also as a way to shape its political narrative on this ongoing fight that the president is now having with some of the biggest voices within his base.
Yeah, it's been fascinating to watch how something that he built as himself as a truth bearer has now been flipped upside down on his head, and a lot of people and a lot of supporters are confused by this sudden change of tactic. Eric Ham, always great to speak to you. Thanks for joining us this morning.
You bet. Thank you.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.